Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Those of you who weren't here yesterday, April is called Engage Your Senses. And it's all about engaging our senses, moving into our sight, hearing, smell, sensation, gravity, interoception, proprioception, hunger, all these layers of us that are just inherently us. And so that sounds, I'm really excited. um, we're still in promises, and we've got 4 days, including today, left. And so we're heading up still. We're still coming into those standing poses, that long, really loving that long reaching. So probably water whooshing with some long reaching today. Starting on the floor is really nice. And so great. Welcome back. Welcome back. Nice, lovely. Come. So lying on your back, knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. And just land. I'm just remembering Una last week worked out how to get me on the TV. And it was just really funny, this conversation about Ciara on TV. So some of you watch me on phone, on computer, on iPad, and some of you I'm on TV, which is really funny. I think it's really funny. So great. So landing on your shoulders, have a sense of the length of your spine, feet on the floor. Find your breath. As I lie here, I can feel the strength of my back. I'm still chopping wood, moving wood. There's a lot of wood out there that I'm chopping. And so my arms are really feeling it. My back is feeling it, my abdominal muscles. And so today is like, how do I bring, just ease in a deeper way to my body as I move it? So bring your arms wide and let them rest on the floor. And then drop your knees down towards the right. Come back up to center. And drop your knees to the left. And center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Drop your knees to the right. And now you're going to take your left hand and it's going to reach over towards the right hand. And then pull your left elbow back. Bring it to the floor. Draw your left knee up towards your elbow. Bring your foot back. Reach your hand over towards the right. Left hand travels towards the right. Pull your elbow back. Left knee up. So we're doing a half propeller, half gliders. It's a new move. So left hand over to the right. And as I do this, I'm like, oh, my ribs, so cool. Bring your elbow back. And then as I draw my knee up, I'm like, oh, my lower back and pelvis, cool. So left hand over to the right. Come back. Left knee up to the right. Come back. Left hand. Left knee. So then I'm going to move more into propeller type thing where left hand and then left knee. And I'm finding kind of like a choo-choo train movement where as one moves, they counterbalance the other. Super. Come all the way onto your back. Arms are wide. Lift your pelvis. Shimmy your hips. Push your head down. Lift your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. And drop your knees down towards the left. And then take your right hand and reach it to the left. Bring your elbow back to the floor behind you. Bring your right knee up. Bring your foot back. Right hand over. Elbow back. Right knee up. Foot back. Right hand over. So if any of you want to do this on TV, actually, if you haven't worked that out, you can send Sinead or me an email and we'll send you the instructions on how to do that. Right hand over. No, left hand over, sorry. Come back. Left knee up. Hey, bear. Ida, come, Ida. Left knee up and back. Left hand over and back. Left knee up and back. And then start to move so they counterbalance each other. When my hand is halfway back, my knee is already rising. And when my hand is halfway over, my foot is already traveling back. So now you're really using the fulcrum of your ribs as the center of the spiral, or center of the seesaw of this. So the fulcrum is your rib cage. Your rib cage is holding the weight of your arm and your leg because you're in motion. You're counterbalancing. Come all the way back. Land on the floor. Pause. That did something really cool. Nice. So this is just all about how I move. So bring your feet to the floor. Feet are hip distance apart. Roll up along your spine. And then roll all the way down. I'll do a little video of all the wood that I've done so far. Rolling up. I'll stick it up somewhere. Stick it up on the YouTube and all the way down. I'll do a voiceover or something. It's pretty epic. Rolling up and rolling all the way down. Nice. Rolling up and rolling down. Nice. We're going to do zoomies just because it's awesome. Hands up, interlock your fingers, bend your elbows. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Your bum has lifted a little bit off the floor. Your bum is now going to stay floating. Reach your arms, reach your leg. Find the sweet spots. For me, it's really low to the floor, actually. It's just hovering just above the floor. There's this amazing sense of length. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, and then lengthen long. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, lengthen long. And in some ways, this is very similar, that sense of the lengthening that we do when we're in our standing pose later on. This, everything is folded in, and then we reach and open in a strengthening position. So there's this thing called eccentric and concentric stretching. So because of my dyslexia, I don't know which is which, but the idea behind it is sometimes muscles are lengthening when they're passive, and sometimes muscles are lengthening when they're active. So this is actively lengthening a muscle that is contracting right now. Other side, left elbow, left knee, lengthen. Left elbow, left knee, lengthen. Left elbow, left knee, lengthen. One more time. Left elbow, left knee, lengthen. Yum. Cool. Pause there. Super. So roll all the way over. Come up to sit. Bring your feet wide. Grab your weight and hold on to it. So you're holding on to the weight in your two hands or your tin or whatever it is that you have. And we're going to start by we're stirring the cauldron. So turn your chest and belly and your weight towards the right, and then send your weight out and then around all the way to the left, and then pull your weight in on the left. And then I lean back a little bit, so I'm stirring, and then forward, back. How deeply can you stir here? And so these are loaded forward bends as we travel through the back of the pelvis, the back of the hamstrings, the lower back, strengthening and lengthening as we go. And just feel, what do you meet? And then in the other direction. How big of a circle how big is your cauldron? How big can you stir the pot? Nice. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. Have your feet so they're a little bit out, and then stir the pot here. So you're going to go down along the right and then just stay within the circumference of your leg. So the pot is within, it's like over, it's the shape of your legs is the shape of the pot. And then in the other direction. And what I'm trying to do is lean and be really smooth and slow into the transition. So we're going to slow it down. So start back to center and then lean over towards the right or reach towards the right and feel into the deep. For me, it's the deep of my hamstrings and my buttocks. And then I'm like slowing it down. So I'm creating a smoothness rather than a twang, 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 twang. I'm slowing down the meeting of the back of the hamstrings and the back of the lower back. And I'm kind of leaning into it. I'm getting juicier into the deep muscles of my lower back. Nice. In the other direction. Really slowing it down, leaning in, noticing. How does it change? For me, there's a moment where I'm in left thigh, left thigh, left thigh. Oh, it's now moved into right thigh, right thigh, right thigh, right thigh. There's a moment where it transitions from one leg to the other leg. And it's just an interesting moment. Nice, cool. Stretch your legs out long, bend your elbows, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And then, like the bumpy slide in Leisureland, you're going to travel down with your weight down along the surface of you, and then down along your thighs, and then out towards your feet. And then up. So it's an L shape, traveling of the weight, up, leaning up, reaching up. Bend your elbows down along the surface of you. Bring your weight forward. Up, leaning up, reaching up, and then forward. Nice. One more time, leaning up, reaching up, and then forward. Nice. Get rid of your weights. Come into your cat pose. All the way into your cat pose. Nice. Round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Tuck your toes under. Pull back into your downward dog. Really feel that sense of length into the soles of your feet, into the back of your calves, the deep of your thighs, the buttocks, the lower back, the length of your spine, the push into your hands. Find that length. Nice. Knees to the floor. A coordination. Squeeze to the right. Squeeze to the left. There's always this groany, achy. For me, as I move into the deep of my rib cage. Nice. And then circle your rib cage. So use the cat and the coordination. So travel through the four of them really clearly first. So round your back, a coordination to the right. Arch your back, a coordination to the left. Round your back, a coordination to the right. Down, a coordination to the left. And so even though it's a circle that you're drawing, have a very clear relationship to back, right, down, left, back, right, down, left. Change direction. Left, back, right, down, left, back, right, down. Nice. Rest back into your child's pose. Legs are wide, arms are forward. Pause. Super duper. So there's a move that we did before. We're going to do it now just to open out our hips a little bit more. Did we do it in Glimmer? And I think we did it a bit in Wholesome as well. So hands to the floor, and your right toes are on the floor. And then as you, yes, so walk your right foot out to the side. So your right foot is out. So keep your knee where it is and walk your right foot out to the side. So it's now out there, okay? And then spiral your foot so your foot comes to flat. So now I have this 90-degree angle, and then sit your bum back. And then as you rock forward, let your knee drop down. So I'll do that sideways. So your foot is out to the side. As you sit your bum back, your knee spirals to stand. Sit your bum back. And as you rock forward, your knee drops down. Spiral back. Sit back. Spiral down, rock forward. Spiral back, sit back. Spiral down, rock forward. One more time. Spiral back, sit back. Spiral down. Nice. Other side. So walk your left foot out to the side, or step your left foot out to the side. And as you sit your bum back, your knee spirals up. You sit your bum back. As you spiral forward, your knee drops down, and your toes stay almost in the exact same place. There's a little bit of migration because as you spiral, there's a little bit of movement, but more or less your foot stays out to the side the whole time. Sit your bum back. As you spiral forward, your knee drops down. Spiral back and forward. Last time. Spiral back and forward. Cool. Feet to the floor. Come all the way up to stand. Nice. So bring your feet wide. I'm going to do a bit of water whooshing. So feet are wide. Bring your toes so they face a little bit towards the left. And then bring your left elbow down to your left knee. And then swing your right hand up until it's straight out from your face. And just pause there. Maybe come up onto the toes of that right foot as you reach into that right hand. And then pull your heel towards the floor, but keep that length in your arm. And just feel how, for me, my ribs open a little bit more as I do that. Reach with your fingers a little bit more, finding that sense of length. Nice. Bend your elbow. Come all the way back up to stand. Turn your toes towards the right. Right elbow down. Sweep your left hand long beside your ear. Come up onto your toes. Reach deeply into your fingers as you're up on your toes. Nice. Keep that length that you've created in the arm. Draw your heel down towards the floor. And for me, something engages in my waist. I open my waist to do that. Breathing, lengthening. A little bit more length in your fingertips. And all the way back. Nice. Turn your toes towards the left completely this time. Not even 45 degree, all the way. Bend your front knee, reach your fingers up and forward, and reach deeply upwards, lengthening upwards. Maybe if you want, you can look up and just find that sense of lift your back heel, find that length upwards, and then keep that length up through your fingers, drop your heel down towards the floor, really anchoring down into that back heel. Breath is in your belly. I like that heel up, drop your heel down move. It's very cool. Nice. Drop your arms down. Other side. Turn your toes all the way to the right. Sweep your arms up, reaching up. Lift up onto your back heel as you reach up. And then slowly drop your back heel down to the floor, really anchoring down through that back heel. Draw your front knee more forward as you reach deeply up towards the ceiling. Nice. Lower your arms down. One little bit of water whooshing for you, Linda. I can't say water whooshing and not do it. So drop your left elbow down to your left knee. Sweep your right hand over. Stay low, both elbows, both knees. And then we sweep your left hand over towards the right. Both elbows, both knees, over towards the left. You can travel without bringing your hands to your knees. You can pull your like the opposite elbow back into lawnmower as you go. You can move into ultimate water whooshing, which is where you reach up. One hand reaches up, the other one is into lawnmower. There's some kind of pattern in this. For me, it engages something in my deep belly and the front of my body. That's just epic. One more time each side. Yum, how cool. So bring your feet to the floor, or bring your bum to the floor. Feet are already there. Roll into your ankles, big circles. And then in the other direction. Gotta work my lighting a bit better. It's funny, this time of year, when it's all dark or it's all bright, it's okay. But when light is changing throughout the class, or even cloudy, not cloudy, this is where it's tricky for me, where I don't know much about lighting. So hands to your knees, and just pause for a moment. Just find your ground. So how's your promises going? I'm having a deep conversation with myself about promises and intentions and yeah, like just this whole inner dialogue in myself that's been really very profound inside me. Yeah, this question of what am I trying to fix, and why do I need to fix anything, so the sense of really landing into doing things for the joy, like why would I do things, what's the motivation behind it, and where do I move more into a sense of that this is something that is an expression of joy and life more so than an effort to change me or be a better version of me. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm very much enjoying this deep contemplation on promises. So hands to your chest and pause. Thumb and forefinger touch. Bring your arms wide. Back of your hands come together. Scoop towards your heart. Thumb and forefinger down. Back of your hands come together. Scoop towards your belly. Thumb and forefinger wide. Back of your hands. Chest. Thumb and forefinger down. Back of your hands. Belly. One more time. Thumb and forefinger wide. Back of your hands. Scooping towards your heart all that you love. Thumb and forefinger down. Back of your hands. Scoop towards your belly all you create, all that you know. Pause. Gather that in. Pull it towards you. Receive. How wonderful. And so, yeah, nice. I will see y'all tomorrow. I will stick up a little video of all the wood that I've chopped just because it's pretty epic. Yeah. Every time I turn around, I'm like, oh, there's more. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, so there's 3 more days of promises before we take our break. And then we'll be back in for Engage Your Senses, which is pretty cool. Super. Okay. Ciao, ciao, Sloan.